AFTV Mo got the job done. Didn't do the job last week and had to come out and really go for it today. But to be fair, it was a very professional performance today.
Yeah, professional in that we did what we needed to do. We came here and did what we needed to do. We kept a clean sheet. That's rare, so we can be happy about that. But we'll all be honest and say it wasn't very good football. It wasn't a very impressive performance, but the result was perfect. It's exactly what we came for. So, I'd much rather just, after that performance on Thursday, I'd much rather have the ability to show a very professional, contained performance and win 3-0 rather than play amazing football and leave a bit too many gaps and win 4-2 or something like that. This is what I wanted today, nice and easy. So I can't really complain, but I have to admit we're looking at the business end of the season now, and we're, in with the chance of finishing fourth to get top four, and we're in with the chance of winning the Europa League. And I am thinking I just want to hit a decent vein of form, and I'm not seeing those signs. So that's the only niggle that's going on in my head.
Sometimes you've got to fight your way out of that rut you're in.
Yeah.
You have to fight your way out of that, and the last few results is starting to suggest that they're apart from last week, that they're starting to fight their way out of that, and they've got games coming up. They're winnable. Southampton, Bournemouth, those two are vital now.
I have to admit, your comment about that, needing to kind of earn the right to hit that rich vein of form, that's a very astute observation, and I agree with that. But I just think that, am I seeing the signs, even in stages within games, am I seeing the signs that actually we're on the way to that? And I don't see it right now. So I'm just waiting for us to turn that corner. But that could come
to cause the cog that can make that happen, Ozil.
Look, before we start talking about Ozil, I think what could make that happen is a big game. I think it's potentially a game Tottenham away, or a game like United at home, where it clicks, where we're up for it, the crowd are behind the team know that they've got to show that they've got the bottle to do it, and then that will give you the confidence. In terms of is it Ozil, I think we all need to accept the situation. It is what it is. Ozil's not going to be the guy that drags us to achieve our objectives this season now. It's very, very clear to me that it's a dynamic that's not going to work. Nothing's going to change overnight now. Even when Ozil comes on the pitch, it's games like this where I think to myself, all right, now show us that you're really hungry and you want to really prove a point. When it's a situation like this and the player finally gets on the pitch, I expect to see a difference in body language, a difference in style of play. I expect to see that they're covering more yards, putting in more tackles, showing more hunger, more bite. And with Ozil, I don't see that. I feel like Ozil is basically saying to Emery, you're trying to dangle this bait for me to hook into. I'm not going to. I'm just going to be myself.
You didn't think he played all right tonight?
He played fine. But is that good enough? When you want to get back into a team, when you want to get back in favour, is that good enough? I'll give you an example, right? And this is a ex-Man United player. And I never liked him. I always thought he's too much of a celebrity. He doesn't care about his football. We're talking about David Beckham. And when he went to Real Madrid, I just didn't like him. I always thought, forget it, you're more interested in your haircuts and wearing a sarong on the beach and all of that sort of rubbish. When Fabio Capello dropped Beckham at Real Madrid, and Beckham, rumour has it that he'd get to training early, he'd do overtime, he'd work his socks off on the training pitch, and he forced Capello, he absolutely forced him to give him another chance, and he proved to him that, look, my focus is right, and I'm desperate to play football, and I'm desperate to prove you wrong.
Ozil can't do that.
But what I'm asking is that, are we seeing that?
It's one game. The guy ain't played for how many
I'm not talking about
weeks?
I'm not talking about one game.
He's been out for a while now.
Yeah.
This is his first game back. We're going to have to give him a chance to wait and see that, isn't it?
I understand that. But to me, when I see his body language when he is back, I'm not judging his performance, because I think it's unfair to judge his performance, especially if you're out for so many games. Of course you're going to be a little bit rusty when you come back. So I won't even judge his performance today.
Don't you think with Ozil, his body language ain't never going to change?
But
he's always been like that. That's how he is.
Disagree. I accept that.
When have you ever seen Ozil?
I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is that if it's not working, you need to go the extra mile to show that actually, given the way things are right now, it's not working. He's not in the team, so you have to change something.
What?
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to see. I want to see him fired up. I want to see him visibly proving a point. Prove the point to the fans. Prove the point to the manager.
That's not his
and
style.
I don't see that. But
never ever.
Robbie, that's the
He's
whole
never
point.
ever going to see Ozil
Robbie, that is
pumping his feet.
That is my point. That's not his style. But his style is not getting him in the team. So you need to change it up.
I'd rather just see him come on and create 3-4 assists. And score start getting his goal count up and things like that. That's, to me, I don't want to see him pumping his thinking, because I know that's not him. I just want to see his performances. That's how he has to deliver it for me.
I want to see a reaction. We all know that he can do that. Emery knows he can do that, the goals and the assists, but it's what he doesn't do. That's obviously why he's not in the team. You're not going to only look at goals and assists and the classiness of his play and decide to drop him on that, because that's world class. It's obviously something that Emery thinks is lacking. So if you want to get in the team, if you want to make the manager do a 180, just like Beckham did with Capello, and you want him to say, do you know what, fine, you've proved me wrong, you need to do the things that the manager thinks you're not doing. And if Ozil's not going to do that, then he's not going to be our saviour this season. But listen, look.
So look at the camera, right?
Yeah, message to Ozil is this.
Yeah? Send a message to Ozil what he's got to do to get in the team.
Meza, let's go for a shisha. You're not even in the squad, brother. No, listen. In all honesty, look, honestly, if I was Meza's agent, I'd be saying to him, look, prove yourself, man. Like, you're going to be at this club. Don't just take the £350,000 a week. I was talking to a good friend of mine, so shout out Kareem for this theory. Mesut Ozil has won everything there is to win in the game, and he's won it very early. Yeah? Let's be honest about this. Real Madrid are a bigger club than Arsenal. He's taken a downgrade when he's joined us. He's won the World Cup. He's played with some of the best players in the world. He's won every single trophy there is to win. Now he's on £350,000 a week at Arsenal, where if you get beaten 1-0 away at BATE Borisov, your coach isn't getting pelted with stones like it would in Madrid. Do you know what I mean? It's not as pressurised here. So Mesut Ozil's got it fairly easy. He's just got married recently. He's living in one of the best cities in the world. Money to burn. You know, and I think to myself, are you really hungry? Do you still have the same hunger? Remember when we all saw him destroy England on that left flank? Yeah? Is he that same player mentally? And I just wonder. And the onus now is on Mesut Ozil. I love the guy, and I will never ever doubt his talent. He's a Rolls Royce of a footballer. But his mentality has always been up for questioning. And the difference is, no one disputes how good he is, but no one disputed how good Bergkamp was. But there would have been a goddamn riot if he wasn't in the team, because no one ever disputed his mentality. So it's that silent conversation that goes on. None of us actually think that his mentality is world class. And that's what he needs to change. And that's what I'm saying to him. Everyone knows how good you are. I believe this team would be better off with a fully firing Mesut Ozil in the team. But until you prove to the manager and everyone in and around the club that actually, fine, you are willing to fight, you are willing to answer the call of the manager and change up his style, which obviously isn't working, you're not going to be in the team.